fifth Indiana Jones movie.
And the
Now,
Dial of Destiny? That's what it's
The
called.
Dial of Destiny,
Dial of Destiny.
which I don't love,
I
but
don't know what the fuck it means.
it. I don't love it, but I mean, hey. So this comes out June 30th, actually. So this is like that week we're gonna have two. That month we're gonna have two movies. Both of these last two movies coming out in the same month, which is pretty wild.
Next year in general is wild for movies.
Yeah, it's because everything's hitting its stride again. But I mean, story by George Lucas. So it's, I don't know. So Shia LaBeouf is in it. So they didn't completely get rid of.
I don't know if he's actually in it or not. So I went on the actual.
He's listed on the cast.
In IMDb, he wasn't.
Really? All right. So I'm seeing him here on just the Google main page when you Google it.
I saw that too, so I went and looked further.
What was his character's name again? It was from the fourth one. Mutt.
Stupid, yeah.
His son. It was his son, yeah.
But you know what? I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind them bringing him back and having a different director have their take on that character, like because Shia LaBeouf is an incredible actor. Incredible.
Oh, he's great.
So if you give him the right script,
the cast they have is pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
Antonio Banderas too, Mads Mikkelsen and Boyd Holbrook.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm stoked they brought John Davies back to play Sala.
That's dope.
Yeah. Sala,
yes. That is so
awesome,
cool.
Sam.
Yeah, that was really cool seeing him. I was like, wow. I almost didn't recognize him at first. The hat gave it away.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. I was like, wait, I know.
Yeah, wait a minute. I know who you are. But this looks like, it really just looks like an Indiana Jones trailer. You know, like it didn't, like if you didn't tell me that Steven Spielberg wasn't directing this, I would have no idea by the trailer. I mean, it looks like an Indiana Jones film.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'm still excited about this movie. And I'm really excited because I rewatched the first 3 Indiana Jones films because, movie of the week. And that made me more excited for Indiana Jones 5 because I miss the world, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It did me dirty and left a bad taste in my mouth. So I could use a cleansing, a palate cleansing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Hey, but that's me.
That one just did some weird stuff.
Some people do like that movie, so
I think that one just like it came out in a weird time for movie making where things are just doing kind of making weird decisions with their movies. Like 2008, that 2006 to 2013 time period for movies, I feel like they just the CGI wasn't there. They did a lot of stuff on blue screen.
Yep.
And they did a lot of like, you can just do all the action. Like the actor can just like be like doing this and we'll put it like fire behind him and it didn't hold up. Where I feel like it's, technology in films has come a long way. So hopefully.
Yes.
I mean, that's another thing I noticed watching these Indiana Jones films. It made me miss like these directors using more practical effects as opposed to all CGI. Like some of the practical effects look dated, but some of them hold up pretty well. I'm like, wow, this isn't CGI. This is all practical. And the best use of it is when they use both. They use practicals and they go and edit with some CGI, then it's like perfect. But all CGI,
Yeah, and like not all things are bad with just CGI, but like it's just you get a better scope of things. I mean, the best case in point is look at Jurassic Park. Go and watch Jurassic Park right now, and you're like, holy crap, this movie still holds up, and it's almost 40 years old.
Yeah, it's incredible. Steven Spielberg, man.
Did you say it's not almost 40? It is.
It's not that old.
It is. It's 93.
Yeah,
was it 93? Really, 93?
I believe the first Jurassic Park is like 93.
So that means it's
because I couldn't see it.
Years old, 30.
It's almost 30.
93. So it's almost 30.
All right, I was born in 95. I'm 27, so.
Yep. Yeah. Because I remember I couldn't see it because it was PG-13. No, it was rated R. It was rated R.
Was it rated R?
No, I think it was
What?
PG-13.
Jurassic? Yeah, no. Especially back then. I mean, back then their rating system was twat. You know, Jaws came out what, PG?
PG. Jaws is PG.
That's insane.
It's
Insane.
it is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's PG-13. I couldn't see it when out because I was only like 9 years old, and my family was like, "Nope, no." Not 9. I can't do math. 5. I was 5 when it came out. Yeah, that's way too young for Jurassic Park.
Facts.
No.
But yeah, going back to Indiana Jones, I'm a little more excited for it, especially since Harrison Ford teared up when he was talking about it, right? That's what we were.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah, he's very passionate. That man doesn't get passionate about shit.
Yeah. Again, I don't love. So I'm seeing that there was like some hints at time travel.
Yeah, maybe with the CGI de-aging. That worries me, though, because, I mean, CGI de-aging is good in very, very small doses.
Yeah.
Because there's been some uncanny-looking CGI.
Yeah, uncanny. What's that one that Scorsese did with De Niro?
The Irishman.
Yeah, that.
Some scenes were good.
Some scenes were good.
Put them in broad daylight.
And it's a bright... I remember that was a bright movie. Like, it was very bright. They were like...
It was bad.
Look what we did. You're like...
Well, one of the biggest problems was it was these old 80-year-old man bodies with this 30-year-old Robert De Niro face on it. Like,
it was...
What is this?
It's a marvel what they did, but you're like...
At the same time, it's like small doses.
Yeah,
you can't rely on that. Man. Not yet. One day, but not
someday.
Now. Yeah,
but today is not that day.
Look, one of the great uses of it I saw was in remember in Civil War where they had the young Tony Stark when he was showing.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty good CGI de-aging. I was like, wow.
And the way they incorporated it to make it so like. It was the technology, but also the technology that they were showing. So it was like you could get away with it not looking completely because it was just a reviewing of it. So those are the ways that it does best. Yeah, not like
Leia
I remember in
Rogue One.
that's
like,
or
Tarkin looked pretty.
Do they have? I was gonna say Grand Moff Tarkin. So I loved when they pulled in behind him and you could see the reflection and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then he turns around and you're like, less awesome? Not as bad. Don't do that. Why did you have to do that? And then they showed Leia and I was like, oh God, like show it from someone else's, like do something else. Don't Leia just be like.
That hit me all, because when I saw Tarkin, it was like, it's a little off, but it was still, I was like, oh my God, that's Tarkin. Yeah. But Leia was like,
Leia, they were like,
my God.
And I was like, no, back up, get away. Oh, it's hideous. Oh no.
Great. Oh,
done it.
That was
ruined
rough.
It. It got a little bit better like in the Mandalorian when Luke was there, and in Boba Fett when he's in that. A little better.
Yeah, because, I mean, no. I think a lot better.
Oh,
I think the step from what we saw in Mandalorian, like, he came out and, that moment was insane. Seeing Luke Skywalker again at that age. But when you look at his mouth while he was talking,
that's what I'm saying.
Weird.
And even it was Book of Boba Fett where he's like in it when he's like talking, and you're like, this still isn't there, man.
Still isn't there, but it was a lot better than the Mandalorian.
Otherworldly better than Rogue One, but
it was still somewhat visually pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
So back to Indiana Jones. So there's basically they're still keeping the plot a secret. We have no idea what the actual plot is or any kind of real hint to it. So they're still they're drawing us in with our imagination, which I don't care. I mean, stoked.
Indiana Jones is all about imagination.
It's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I can tell you what the plot is. I can tell you what the plot is right now. He needs to find something. He's gonna punch some Nazis. And it's gonna get stolen back from him, and then he's gonna steal it in the end, and that's what's gonna happen. and I'm there.
Love it. Yeah, obviously, Indy punching some Nazis.
Indy punching some Nazis.
But obviously, with the title, the Dial of Destiny. Yeah, there's maybe an inkling that could possibly be time travel.
So that's what they were saying. So do you think that this is like what they're going to go off here is like an alternate reality where the Nazis won? Because they're still Nazis, and it's 1960.
That'd be interesting.
It's set in the 67.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it could be. Well, it could be like another maybe rogue Nazi faction that escaped after World War II. You never know. I mean, there's still. Yeah. I mean, even currently now, we're discovering that there were Nazis in South America after World War II.
Yeah,
and possibly Hitler that may not have actually killed himself. Yeah. So we don't know.
There was
Christ.
It goes everywhere. You never know.
Island of the Crystal Skull. Now that had
Kingdom.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, that's why
you got to get it right for this Oscar-winning film.
Christ. That was set after World War II, right? That was like Soviets.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I don't know the years.
This was. I want to say it was like I think it was in the 50s.
Cold War. Height of the Cold War. So this is going to be before. So this might be right after. This is set right after Crystal Skull.
Okay.
It's definitely after because he's obviously a much older Indy and much older.
Much older. He's an elderly Indiana Jones.
But the thing is
AARP.
They are showing that the de-aging and that thing, but it's also they're timing that with him telling stories of his past. So I'm wondering if they're going to show adventures he was on and combining those with the adventures that he's taking.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely what they're going to be doing with that.
I think that's going to be a lot of the CGI. About it, it's like it's fucking Indiana Jones. Anything can happen.
Literally anything.
Literally, and if the fact that it is, that's just the whole backstory of this and that, and I'm totally for that as well. I mean, I would love to hear more on previous stories and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean,
I'm just worried about them putting a de-aged Harrison Ford on 80-year-old Harrison Ford's body. I hope they get a body double at least. Because Harrison Ford running, it's hilarious.
Honestly,
or as long as they keep the scenes apart. Like if you look at the trailer, there's some good scenes where it looks like could have been young Indy, and it's like, I buy that. No, 80-year-old Indy.
He needs to retire. He needs to chill. He shouldn't at his age. He should not be jumping from car to car and smashing in the dude. Hasn't he done enough?
Yeah, at what point?
He was successful.
I don't know why he wants to. He doesn't seem like he wants to. Whenever you see him,
we'll go back to one of the final scenes in the trailer where he's in that room with all the fucking people and he's slapping his fucking whip around. Get back, get back, get back. And then everyone just pulls out the gun at him. He's like, oh. And just drops.
Yeah. I love Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Hey.